So I'm going to check the weights today. Last week we came to the conclusion that maybe some of them were missing out on food. So I came up with this really long trough. I just took an old eaves trough off the shed and attached some boards to it as a stand. And that has been working really well. There's really not any moment where they don't all have access to it at any given time. So I think they've been able to really up their food intake. We have them on grass for the first time, and we've been throwing a lot of garden weeds and everything in there when they were on wood chips, and it might not sound super nice that we had them on wood chips for a few weeks, but ultimately these chickens are resources for us. They're food, they help us make the compost for the garden. I think a lot of people anthropomorphize farm animals in a way where they kind of associate them with humans and think they need to be treated as well as humans. And while we think they need to be comfortable and live a happy life, and ultimately that makes them taste better, that makes for a healthier animal in the long run, they're not people, and we definitely don't view them as that way. Every animal that we have, whether it's the pigs, the chickens, the sheep, they all have a purpose, whether it's for food, for land regeneration, whatever it is, they all have a purpose, a non-human purpose. So I'm gonna grab one here and see how we're looking. Just over 3 pounds. So I'd say they're about a week behind. 3.5 pounds. So I'd say they're gaining. Just going through right now and mixing all of the manure in with the wood chips. And you can see as I do that, it's already very hot on the inside just from the process sort of occurring naturally on its own. So all the nitrogen from the manure mixes with the carbon in the wood chips, and that speeds up the decomposition process of all of these materials in this pile. By spring, we're hoping to be able to dig into this a little bit and hopefully plant in it. We'll probably add some other compost over top, but this is gonna make some super rich soil. I'm glad to see it almost looks burnt on the inside where it's already started to break down. So it's cool to see that process happening. We probably got 2 or 3 inches of rain yesterday, so I'm not gonna worry about adding water to this right now, because though water is very important for the process, we got enough of it and I don't wanna overwater it.
All right, so we know you're excited to see Bella's long-awaited piglets, and we're gonna show you that right after this. But first we had to get some last-minute fall tomatoes in the ground.
We started these from seed. We've never been successful with seed, but this year we have been successful, and we're not sure. These are actually really nice because instead of having to uproot it, you can just gently unfurl it, but you're gonna lay it sideways so it's laying horizontally like this. The purpose of doing it like this is all of these little hairs that you see on the tomato stem grow into their own root systems. So when you plant them horizontally like that, these create more roots, they go stronger into the ground, creates a stronger plant and a much more healthier, bigger plant. So these 2 zucchini plants we had replanted from this crazy zucchini bush over here. I'm not seeing any diseases or powdery mildew, which is awesome and great, and it's been super hot, so that cool dampness isn't affecting it. It's not getting fungusy. But you can see how little these are when we replanted them, and we already have loads of zucchinis growing in this, so that's really interesting. And it's the same soil and everything, but I think just the shock made these plants maybe a little stunted. You can see here why you don't plant spinach in the hottest part of the summer. This has all bolted. These, however, didn't bolt. We have been munching on that. We had some for dinner last night, but spinach definitely loves the cooler weather. All right, it is 9:07. I'm going to check Bella again to see how she is progressing. She's definitely gonna have them tonight. I can't control it, it's humid. All right, well, we'll come out in probably another half hour, see where we're at.
So it's been really cool getting to see Bella as a mom. The little piglets are doing really well. We did lose one in the night. She had one born in the litter that was kind of a runt. He was super small. He had a hard time feeding for the first time. He ended up getting the hang of it, but he didn't move around the way that the rest of them did. And it's pretty common from what I've read to lose one or two. And I don't know, honestly, with him, I don't know if he got squished when she was laying down. I don't know if maybe he just died out of just insufficient nutrients. I don't know exactly what happened, but the rest of them are doing really well and everybody is very healthy. Bella's doing extremely well. She's eating, she's drinking. She knows exactly when to feed them. She'll call out to them and they'll all run to her to feed. So it's been really cool getting to watch that.
Thank you so much for sharing this experience with us. Don't forget to hit subscribe to support our future productions. We can't wait to see you next week.